Hello, I'm Sid Whedon, and this is the Psychic Weather Report for August the 22nd, 2025. It's a Friday. Greetings. Thank you for taking a little time to listen to my podcast. It means a lot to me. I do actually put a lot of energy and work in these. I try to have something worth listening to. There's been so much going on today. My nerves are just all over the place. The Bolton raid, that's pretty serious. I mean, Trump's going over into some really hardcore authoritarian behavior of sicking his Gestapo on his former director of national intelligence and going over and tossing his crib, and they carried out just boxes and boxes of, I don't know what, all his devices, his paperwork. He's left with nothing, maybe a TV dinner in the freezer, but man, they cleaned him out and went to his office, did the same thing. That's as we've often said with this administration, cruelty is the point. And then there's been this document storm. It's like they read some records of Ghislaine Maxwell's trial were released, and I'll think of it in a minute. There was another bunch of documents, but this was all a smokescreen, because the really important document thing that was going on is the first part of the real Epstein files were handed over to the House Oversight Committee, and the Trumpers doesn't care what it cost them. Anything they can get you talking about and get you off of the Epstein files, they will do. So they've just been flooding the zone with all these different documents and busting Bolton's house and all. And so nobody's talking about the Epstein files right this minute. And then there was Jay Powell or Jerome Powell, and the Federal Reserve today, just huge. I mean, the markets, everybody had been sitting on pins and needles waiting for Powell to do his thing. And he finally did it today. And he suggested that if they proceed carefully, there could be room for interest rate cuts in the future, not too distant. I personally don't think so. I think the next movement in interest rates will probably be up because of the inflation brought on by the tariffs. That's just my opinion. But anyhow, just suggesting that they might be able to lower interest rates sent the Dow up 800 points, which is a huge move for the Dow. Oh, I got a lot of stuff for you today. But I gotta get my tarot cards, which I left over here. All got tucked in that chair in its perfect position. Oh well. This is live podcasting. None of this is rehearsed. All right, still using the Pulp Tarot. And really digging it. Last night, I've been complaining that it just didn't seem to be taking a shuffle right. It is a brand new deck to me. And so Marion, she's very interested in the tarot cards. Not much of the rest of the stuff, but she watched the tarot cards. And so, man, she shuffled. She shuffled and shuffled and did the domino stir and, riffled, shuffled them, that a lot of people do. I don't do it. So we should have a thoroughly shuffled deck for the reading today. And I got all these great notes and shit, but I need to make some room for cards. All right, there we go. And I'm going to do the Energy Star. Is for the collective. That means all of us. Like what, hopefully my guides will help me catch a little of the essences floating around in the air right now. And give some understanding and maybe a look for where it may go. I know at this point, shuffling again is somewhat perfunctory, but I just always feel like you ought to shuffle the deck before you pull cards, even if it's already been shuffled real well. I don't know. It gives the guide a chance to pull out the ones they want. All right. There's something making a lot of noise out there. First card, the Where We're At card. Chariot reversed. Not good. We're not getting anywhere. What's crossing us? It's the Eight of Wands reversed, and that is scattered, unfocused energy. We're not applying our energies well. That's what's crossing us and causing our chariot to not get down the road. But what is the basis for this? Swords, Nine of Swords, one of the scariest cards. It's worry, it's rumination, it's that kind of obsessive going over things over in your mind, your worry list, until you just kind of almost run yourself crazy. But it's anxiety. The swords are ideas, and she's being threatened by 9 of them. So our chariot is not getting out down the road because our energy is disorganized and not focused. And apparently the cause of that is we're very anxious. We're not really trusting ourselves. That's what that says. You're not really trusting yourself. All right. recent past influences that may be still relevant to the present. Lots of inverted cards. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Well, that means that the Ace of Pentacles is such a good card. It's one of those such a good cards that it is still good even if it's reversed. It doesn't take on a negative meaning. It doesn't mean you lost a bunch of money. It tends to mean that there's some kind of complication, that maybe your treasure or windfall or Social Security check will be delayed. And this is recent past, so maybe we've had trouble getting the money or the creative work done that we felt like we deserved or needed to do. What's the what's our guiding mental vibe right now that's kind of leading us, trying to extricate ourselves from this? The Eight of Cups. Yeah, this is a good card. It doesn't look like it. It looks like a bad card, but it's a good card. This is when you finally had enough. It's when the thrill is gone and you're really you're ready to move on. You're leaving. You're leaving those cups, those emotions, those old attachments, feelings, leaving them behind, walking off into the night. I think it's a great card. Honestly, I think, and I don't say this lightly because I'm a huge Pixie Coleman fan, but this may be better than the Wake Deck's Eight of Cups. It really gets a feel of it. So that's really what's guiding our minds right now, is that need that, whatever was here is not here anymore, and it's time to move on. And what's the likely outcome of this energy system? Another 8. The 8 of Swords reversed. Also a very good card. The right side up, 8 of Swords is kind of being captured, immobilized by your own thoughts. Your own emotional states and mental states are so bad, and your perspective is so bad that you're kind of trapped. You're like that lady that's got, she's all tied up and swords all around her. It's a scary looking card. I mean, she looks like somebody has imprisoned her, because she is. But she's a prisoner in her own mind. This is just a symbolic rendering of it. So, if you pull the card inverted, that means you get out of jail. You're going to walk free. Those bandages and blindfolds and ropes and ties are going to fall away. You're going to be able to see. You're going to be able to see that there is a way out, and you're going to take it. So, congratulations, you. Stay strong. It looks kind of gnarly right now, but you're going somewhere. You're going places. You're going to get free. So that's our tarot reading for today. I think that was pretty clear, but just to kind of summarize, you've come out of some frustrations. You've run into a lot of resistance. You felt really anxious and insecure about yourself. That it's been hard to step out, move forward. But you got that energy in your head. It seems like you made up your mind. I'm going to walk away from these stale cups that aren't meeting my needs anymore. And you're going to pursue that, and you're going to use that energy. It's maybe a little bit angry energy, but you're going to use it to get free, to let the blindfold and the ropes fall away with that imprisoning swords. Let them all fall away, and you walk away a free man or woman, or whatever you choose to be. That's it. All right. There's a lot of astrological stuff going on. Now, I'm not an astrologer. I listen to people who are. I pay attention to what they say. So, over the years, I've picked up enough of it that I can kind of get it, but I can't really put it all together. So I borrowed from some other sources, and so I hope you don't mind that this is not all original material. I have just some basic comments about the season, and then then I have a Lamas ritual, which technically we've already passed Lamas, but we're in the harvest season. That energy is very strong all around us. People starting to pick their vegetables, and we're starting to get that beautiful fresh corn that's appearing in the stores. But this week, well, I think maybe it's today, we're damn it, I gotta stop for a minute. I'm sorry. 2 clips. I had to put a fresh battery in the camera. Frustrating. But sometimes when you run into a lot of resistance, it means you're on the right track. That has surely been the truth with this podcast today. It has not been easy to get it out. All right, we're finishing up on the Lamas new moon ritual. The step 4 is the writing and release on a small piece of paper. Write down one habit, fear, or belief you're ready to release. Fold it and place it under the little bowl of salt that you provided earlier. Say, I release what no longer serves me. I make space for clarity, devotion, and radiant truth. I think that's pretty. Now, once you've done that, you can either bury the little piece of paper in the dirt in the backyard, or you can burn it. I prefer to burn it. I have a cool little witch's cauldron that's all cast iron, and it doesn't catch fire, and it's big enough that once you light something, it drops in there real well. And that's what I use. I burn that stuff. Those, both the banishment papers and the affirmation papers. I give them all the same treatment. Okay. Sorry. When you have to handle the camera and stuff, it changes where you had it set up, and I hope you can still see me. The closing affirmation for the ritual is stand tall, hands over your heart, and say, I am the priestess of my own path. I walk with integrity, speak with warmth, and serve with love. I honor the harvest within and around me. Now, that's kind of gender specific. Once again, priestess. Feel free to modify that to describe however you understand yourself, But anyhow, that's the Lamas new moon ritual stuff that I worked up today. I hope you find that interesting. If somebody wants like a copy of my notes, I will be happy to like make a PDF out of them and put them on the website or attach them on Blue Sky or something like that. However it's easiest to get them to you. But I will share my notes with you on that one. And once again, it's not all my work. All right. Finally, the actual psychic weather report that got this started. It's part of the show where we talk about what Sid's feeling and sensing and intuiting and using all of his black arts to pick up. I tell you what, right now I feel an awful lot of energy. It's sort of places. It's really, there's some good and positive and some evil, and it's just all blasting around. That's what I see. It's like seeing like cannonballs flashing around in all kind of different directions, but they don't hurt you. I feel personally, I've been really energetic all day. I did take a little short nap but that's because that's my habit. I like to take a little short nap after lunch, and it gives me a lot more stamina for the rest of the day. Um, I think we are at a very delicate, dangerous place in our country right now. I think the the Trump he's the kind of person that's going to push as far as he can push, and so it's obvious that we haven't gotten a belly full of it, and he's going to keep pushing, and he's going to bring about some crises. Um, I think there were a lot of rosy feelings today, a lot of energy with the stock market. I mean, it was crazy up. I mean, it was booming. Um, my own personal accounts just, phew, I checked the balances today, and at the end of the day, it was nice. I mean, it looked good. Um, there was a lot of that kind of positive energy, but I I fear that it's based on too much hope and a bit of delusion about what is going to happen. I think what is going to happen is eventually we the inflation gets bad enough that we begin to get a real slowdown in the economy, moving to a recession. I think that's really the next major step is the recession. But right now, it's like happy days are here again. The skies are going to blue again. Whatever that song is, it's a stupid song. I like it. Um, and There's going to be some people that are going to get their clocks cleaned, that are not being careful enough. Um, there are people in the Trump government that are taking some things for granted. They shouldn't. That's going to be a problem. Um, I feel a lot of stress in people. I feel a lot of stress. There's a lot of stress floating around. I mean, people are not relaxed and calm. They're stressing. Most people, if they have any responsibilities at all, or if they're paying the slightest bit of attention, have to be concerned about the way things have been. And so that's kind of the psychic weather that I'm feeling right now. It's good magical energy, but the earthly energy is maybe not so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, listening, giving me the gift of your time. I really, really appreciate it. I'm Sid Whedon, and this is the Psychic Weather Report for the 22nd of August, 2025. See you later.